Okay, we've all been there, right? You flip open your laptop, you're ready to get to work or maybe just stream something, and nothing. No internet. It is one of the most common and annoying tech problems out there. But don't worry, we're going to get you back online. Let's dive right into a step-by-step fix. And it really is. That feeling of just being cut off from everything. It's a huge headache. But here's the good news. Most of the time, the fix is actually way simpler than you'd think. So let's start this troubleshooting journey together. All right, before we start digging around in any complicated settings, let's run through the 3 easiest, most common fixes. And I'm serious, there is a very good chance that one of these next 3 things is going to solve your problem in about 60 seconds. Okay, let's just quickly break these down. First, toggling airplane mode on and off. It's like a tiny reboot just for your Wi-Fi hardware, forcing it to start fresh. Second, the physical switch. Super easy to miss, especially on slightly older laptops, so just give it a look. And finally, the classic restart. You know, it's a cliche for a reason. Rebooting both your laptop and your router clears out any weird, temporary software glitches that might be blocking the connection. So, if those quick fixes didn't do the trick, no problem. Our next step is to actually ask the laptop itself what it thinks is wrong. You see, both Windows and macOS have some surprisingly smart built-in tools that can often just tell us what the issue is. Yeah, the best part about modern laptops is they can pretty much diagnose themselves. So whether you're on a Windows machine or a Mac, just follow the simple steps right here to launch that built-in troubleshooter. It's going to run a bunch of tests, it'll try to fix things on its own, and at the very least, it'll give us a really clear clue about what's going on. You know, sometimes the problem isn't the connection itself, but the saved information your laptop has about that connection. Just think of it like having a wrong phone number saved for a friend in your contacts. You have to delete the old, bad entry before you can put in the new, correct one. So what this does is it forces your laptop to do a brand new handshake with your router. It builds a totally clean connection from scratch. This is especially useful if, say, you recently changed your Wi-Fi password or maybe got a new router. All right, so if you're still offline after all that, we have hit the most important fork in the road. We need to answer one single critical question. Is the problem inside your laptop, or is your router the real culprit here? And guess what? This very next step will give us a 100% definitive answer. This right here, this is the single best diagnostic tool you have in your pocket. By turning your phone into a temporary Wi-Fi network, we can completely bypass your home router. This lets us see if the Wi-Fi hardware in your laptop is even working at all. Go ahead, grab your phone. The process is really simple. Just find that hotspot setting, turn it on, and then look at the Wi-Fi list on your laptop. You should see a new network pop up, probably with the name of your phone. Just try to connect to it. Okay, the results are in. What just happened, or, what didn't happen, tells us exactly where we need to focus our efforts from here on out. There are only 2 ways this could have gone. This test gives us a crystal clear answer. So if you're in scenario A, if your laptop connected to your phone just fine, then congrats. Your laptop's Wi-Fi is working perfectly. The problem is definitely with your home router. But if you're in scenario B, if the laptop failed to connect even to your phone, then we know for sure the problem is somewhere inside the laptop itself. So this next section is specifically for everyone who just landed in scenario B. We've confirmed the issue is with the laptop, so now we're going to dig into some of the most powerful software level fixes to get this thing sorted once and for all. See, every piece of hardware in your computer, like this Wi-Fi card, needs a special piece of software called a driver to act as a translator. It lets the card talk to the main operating system. If that driver gets corrupted or confused, the communication just breaks down. So our first deep fix is to essentially fire that old confused driver and let Windows automatically hire a fresh new one. To do this, we're going to head into the device manager. Now, follow these steps carefully. The most important part, and I mean this, is when you uninstall, do not check the box to delete the driver software. We want to keep it on hand. We just want to uninstall the device itself. Then when you restart, Windows will see the hardware and automatically reinstall a clean, working driver for you. Next up, we're going to tackle something called the DNS cache. The easiest way to think about it is like your computer's personal address book for the internet. And sometimes that book just gets jammed up with old, bad addresses, meaning it can't find websites even if you have a perfectly good internet connection. It's time to clear out that book. Now, to do this, we need to use something called the command prompt. Don't want it to scare you. The key is to run it as an administrator. Then you're just going to type these two commands exactly as you see them here, hitting enter after each one. This will flush out all that bad data and give your computer's networking a fresh start. Here's another little software glitch that can pop up. Sometimes a laptop can be assigned a specific fixed network address. It's called a static IP. Well, if that address is wrong, or if it conflicts with another device on your network, boom, it can block your connection entirely. We got to make sure your laptop isn't stuck with one of these bad addresses. Okay, the absolute quickest way to get to the right place is to use the little shortcut on the slide. Just press the Windows key and the R key at the same time, then type in ncpa.cpl. I know, it looks weird, but it takes you straight to your network adapters, which saves a bunch of clicks. From there, it's just a couple more steps to get to the IP settings. And this, right here, is the key. Inside that final properties window, you need to make absolutely sure that obtain an IP address automatically is checked. This tells your laptop, hey, just let the router assign you a good working address every single time. It's the best way to avoid any potential conflicts. All right, if you have made it this far and you are still disconnected, there is one last, really powerful software fix we can try. Think of this as the nuclear option, because it basically resets all of your network settings back to how they were when the computer was brand new. When you go into your settings and use the network reset tool, you're telling Windows to completely wipe and reinstall every single network component. Now, fair warning, this will make it forget all your saved Wi-Fi networks and passwords, but it's often the one thing that can clear up those really deep, stubborn software issues that nothing else can touch. You know, the key takeaway here isn't just one single fix. It's about learning a powerful diagnostic process. By starting with the simple stuff and then using that hotspot test to isolate the issue, you can now systematically figure out where the problem is. Is it the router, the software, or the hardware? And that alone is going to save you a ton of time and frustration. So you now have a really solid troubleshooting toolkit. Instead of just feeling helpless when that Wi-Fi icon gives you an error, you've got a logical path you can follow. The next time you can't connect, you'll know exactly where to start looking, and you can tackle it with confidence. We really hope this helped you get back online.